We are in Stanley, Idaho. We've been here for a couple days now, and one of the most popular things to do in this area is to check out some of the local hot springs around here. It's 5:30, it's a Tuesday. We're hoping that we can avoid some of the huge crowds at some of the most popular hot springs around here. The goal is to get through 3 tonight and then check out 2 more in a couple days on our way to Boise. We're gonna bring you along with us as we see what these hot springs are all about. First up is Elk Creek Hot Springs. This is a small, less popular hot spring situated right next to a campground. It's just a short walk down to the spring. Can smell the sulfur. That's how you know you're in the right place. It's a little baby hot spring, but it's cute, and we're the only ones here. Probably helps that it's like 85 degrees outside right now too.
Ooh.
How is it?
It's pretty hot.
Woo! Woo!
The verdict is it's very cool to have the place to ourselves, but I don't think this is even close to the best one that we're gonna see.
On to stop number 2, a short walk down to Sunbeam Hot Springs, one of the most visited in the area. This is apparently a super popular hot spring, but what's cool is they have this historic old bathhouse from I think the 1930s that's still here. It's not really like functional anymore. People just use it as like a changing space, but pretty neat. A little bit of history. You can feel the heat standing right here. It's pretty cool. There are like so many people here right now though, so. Yeah, that made recording a little difficult. There were a lot of young kids around, and we totally get why this is so popular with families. It took some time to find a spot that was the right temperature and that wasn't already taken by a group of people.
This is like the perfect temperature.
Not too shabby. What up? Super cool, but just too many people.
Our third stop, Boat Box Hot Spring, meant for a smaller group, and you'll see why.
The good news is we found it. The bad news is someone else found it at the exact same time. We're just hanging out, waiting, trying not to be in their line of sight while they enjoy their personal hot tub, and then we're gonna jump in.
This is right off of Highway 75, like feet from cars driving by, so there's really no great place to park or wait. "25 or 30-ish minutes later, it was our turn.
Shoes? No shoes?
Shoes.
Woo! It's very hot. Feels nice though. Come on in.
This is nice. Starting to cool down a little bit. Got it all to ourselves. 10 out of 10.
Pretty crazy that we got this all to ourselves, but I think it would be really odd if somebody jumped in here with us too. I think if there are people in here and you show up, you just wait because it's very small. And yeah, you don't want to, unless you were like solo and someone else showed up solo and they were like, hey, you want to soak together? But I don't think a couple or a family would join another couple or family. It's awesome. So it's been a few days since our hot spring adventure began, and we're gonna check out a few more today, but we noticed after we went to Sunbeam Hot Springs, which was the more crowded one, that there's a totally other section on the other side of that pool house where there are a couple little tubs. So we don't feel like we were able to give our 100% honest review without checking that out. So we're gonna go back there today. It's a Sunday morning, so we'll see how crowded it is just to make sure that we get the full experience. And then we are leaving Stanley later today, heading toward Boise, and we're stopping at 2 hot springs along that route as well. There was another family down here, but they were just finishing up, so now we have this whole side to ourselves. There isn't any water in one of the tubs here. There is water in this tub, but it's not plugged, so it's like a couple inches deep and then it's all draining out. And they set this up so the hot water is draining down into this little pool that we're standing in right now. It's not like hot right here. That's not bad. Hot. The thing is, you don't really know, like, ow, my butt. You don't really know when the temperature is gonna change. It'll be like perfect and all of a sudden it's scalding.
From there, we headed toward Boise along State Highway 21. Our first stop, Kirkham Hot Springs. This is one of the most popular in the state.
What do you want to do?
I say we park as best we can.
I don't know where.
We're a little confused because nobody has a payment envelope hanging in their vehicle. And like, there's a gate over here leading closer to the hot spring that's closed. So I don't know if it's like when that's open and you drive in there, that's when you have to pay. We're just gonna pay anyway. It's $5 just to be safe and just whatever.
It's easy to see why this is so popular. It's huge, with tons of little pools to choose from and space to find your own, even when it's busy.
I wouldn't say it's peaceful, and I think that's why Cole's not as into it. But this definitely has the most options, especially if you can find one of these little ones all to yourself. Finding the right temperature, however, has been a struggle. A lot of these are very hot, so I tried to find one that was closer to the river so I can get a little bit of cold water in here. On the way out, there's a sign saying that they're considering some changes, including charging for visitor usage. So that $5 fee, that's just a parking fee, and then to actually use the hot spring is free. But yeah, it's kind of crazy that that is free, because it's awesome. So just be respectful if you go there.
The fifth and final stop, here we are at Pine Flats Hot Spring. It's about a quarter-mile hike down, so make sure you wear some good shoes. There are a number of small pools to choose from, which was great, but our visit was a little interesting. Cole got stung by a bee right there. Yeah, not good.
This is 100% the best temperature hot spring. Maybe my favorite hot spring that we visited so far. It's not quiet. There are definitely a lot of people, but a lot like the last one, a lot more little pools that you can take your pick from, and I found one that is the perfect temperature. Unfortunately, Cole got stung by a bee and was just kind of hot springed out, so he walked back. Fun fact, I've actually never been stung by a bee in my life, and I'm always terrified to find out if I'm allergic or not. Random fact. All right, I'm gonna close this video out as I'm walking back to the truck. Our hot spring hopping adventure ended on kind of a weird note with the bee sting. It was really cool getting to see 5 different hot springs. There's one around Stanley that I wanted to check out that unfortunately we just didn't have time for. I want to add something. All of the places that we visited are hot springs that are well known, easily accessible. I mean, I found them through a simple Google search. So I don't want anybody to think that I'm giving away these secret locations that, you know, only our Idaho residents know about. That's not the case. And I really want to emphasize the importance of being respectful and considerate when you're visiting these places. Please pack in, pack out. Just know that, you know, these places are gaining popularity because of social media, and social media is out there, it's not going away. I don't think we should discourage people from visiting these places. I think instead we should encourage people to be responsible when visiting these places. And so I hope you take that away from this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, comment below, give this video a like. We have 2 videos every single week, adventure videos like this, and a lot of RV stuff. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you in the next one.